Like a Hellcat.
Happy Sunday, YouTubers. This is Volsfan from Last Regiment. I know it's been a while since we posted a video, and just wanted to give you an update on where things stand and hopefully post more content here in the near future. What we've been working on for the last month or so is we actually have grown our family of alliances. So for those of you that are familiar with Last Regiment, we are typically a top 20 alliance when we are full and compete with some of the more elite alliances out there in wars. And we've been number one a few times. What we've learned over time is that there are other alliances out there, as you guys all know, because you're a part of one most likely, that may want to be part of something bigger just so that they have an alliance to move up to when they're ready and growing, or just have a bigger community of people to chat with online, which is the chat app that we use internally. So we've added to our family. So for those of you that are not familiar, I'll take a quick search so you can see all the members of our family. So there's 5 of us now. So there's Last Regiment, there's Last Regiment Legion, Last Regiment Outpost, Last Regiment Atlantis, and Last Regiment Warriors. Warriors and Legion aim to be a top 100 alliance, so they're going to be definitely at the competitive level. So need a few more recruits there, as well as just to get them back on just killing a Titan streak to get that war score or the Titan score back up. Outpost and Atlantis are going to be a little bit more casual. Atlantis is probably going to be semi-competitive with a decent group of members there, and then Outpost is going to be more like a training alliance, or if any of our long-term members want to step down and just kind of play more casually or help out some of the newer people, that's what's going to happen in Atlantis. So kind of cool. Grown our network, talked to a lot of different people, and these guys play from all over the world, so it's really awesome to chat with them in our line chat, and then just share raid videos and war videos, and just to have that extra camaraderie outside of the normal 29 plus people that are in our normal alliance group. So awesome job there. If you are interested in joining, you know how to reach out to me. My line ID is Volsfan 2002. So that's VOLSFAN, just like the leader of Last Regiment. 2002 is my line ID. Please feel free to reach out to me, send me your roster with your troops, and we can determine the best fit for you and welcome you to the family. We look forward to hearing from you. Cool. So now that I got that out of the way, that's kind of what we've been doing the last month or so, is kind of getting those guys ready, and it's just been a little harder for me to make a video, but we're still trucking along. We still exist. I'm still playing. Thank you to all the new subscribers that we've gotten, and thank you to those that have kind of held on while we haven't had any videos. Definitely appreciate it, and we'll do our best to get better moving forward. But I also wanted to give you guys a base update. So this is going to kind of be a couple of things in one video. That way you can get you guys caught up. And if you guys have any questions or want to see something more specific, feel free to add a comment or shoot me a message online. So my stronghold is at level 23. I don't remember my last base update video if I was already there yet. So stronghold is there. I do have an alchemy lab converted, so it's converted at level 1. In case you don't have one, here's kind of an idea of what it looks like to upgrade. It takes a lot of iron. So what I'm doing now is working on my iron storage as well as my food storage, because the research cost for this is also really high. So I'm above the capacity levels now, but I just want to get them all the way max, so that way I'm not worried about it once I'm ready to start doing this research. And what's really cool about research, much like the Hunter's Lodge, it doesn't take an extra builder, so I can do it while 2 other buildings are being built. And as you get into the higher levels, as you know, the upgrade times are multiple days, 5, 6, 7 days. So plenty of time to regain the resources and do some of that research behind the scenes if you're not already doing that. So Alchemy Lab is level 1. My Hunter's Lodge is at level 7, and I actually have done all of the research up to this point. So I've researched all the way up through level 7, which is the Hunter's Caltrops. Definitely need to make some harpoons before our Titan appears, but I've researched everything. I don't use all those battle items, but some of them I do use. But like I said, with the Alchemy Lab, you can actually do updates or do research while 2 buildings are being constructed. Obviously, you can't do it while the Hunter Lodge or the Alchemy Lab is being updated, but if you're doing your iron storage in your farm, or your iron storage in your food storage, you could do that research at the same time, because there's a long delay for those, and you usually are going to build up resources during that time. So just make sure you're balancing it out correctly. If you're upgrading heroes, upgrading troops, which are an integral part of the game, and obviously troops cost a significant amount of food. So it's important that you do a balance and kind of pick what you want to focus on for a couple of weeks and stick with it and work at it. Don't jump around, kind of like when we first started, jumping around with heroes. Pick a couple of them and focus on it, and it'll be worth it in the long run. This is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So the longer you can kind of keep persistent on what you're doing, the better it's going to be in the long run. So as we get over to my farms, I do have a maxed out farm at advanced farm at level 10, and then this one is currently being upgraded to level 5. My advanced food storage, I do have one at level 8, and I have one at level 2. My mines, I have a maxed out advanced mine at 10, and then I have another one at level 6. Cool thing about the mine is it does take food to research and upgrade, so might be something I work on instead of doing the researches or the researches at the Alchemy Lab or Hunter's Lodge, but we'll see. And then I just started last night my advanced iron storage upgrading from level 6 to level 7, but I already have one at level 10. So give you an idea of my capacities, 2540 is my capacity iron, and 2946 is my capacity for food. So 2946, let's go back to the Alchemy Lab and take a look. I do not have enough food capacity yet to do this research. I've spent more on the iron side, upgrading those items, so I haven't done much with the advanced food storage, which is kind of why you see these. So I'll have to debate which one I'm going to do next, because obviously going from 8 to 9 is going to take a while, but we'll see based on how much iron I have. In 14 hours, I don't know if I'm going to have enough to do the upgrade for level 8, but I may be able to do level 2 to level 3, which is a less wait time. So we'll see how it looks when I get there. Let's see how everything else is going. All right, let's take a look at war. I've already taken my first 3 war hits, and I'll add them in near the end of this video. There's not going to be any audio, but each of them is about 1.5 minutes long, so bear with it there while it's there so you can see those 3 hits, and then I'll make a separate video with my second 3 hits to post with audio, so you can kind of see what I'm doing and how I set up my back 3 teams. But for war, we did get matched up against these guys. I don't want to butcher or make up what their name is, but I think it's the Dwarves is how that's translated, or at least something having affiliated with the Dwarves. If you haven't seen these guys before or faced these guys before, I think it's really cool what they've done with a lot of their names. They're a lot of the characters from the Lord of the Rings series or The Hobbit, if you're familiar with Tolkien's work. So you kind of scroll down through here and you can see a lot of the different dwarves' names. It's actually kind of cool, and then some other characters from the Lord of the Rings trilogy, so it's kind of cool. And then they even have their alliance message updated. I believe it's Dwarves Attack, or roughly something like that. It's in some sort of Dwarvish language, so it's kind of cool how they are really all into that kind of setup. So looks like they're Russian based, just based on the flag. We've posted an alliance message. Our alliance headers, we posted a good luck message, which is pretty typical in Russian, but they didn't change theirs. They left it the same, so they've kind of just kept it that way. But you'll see here that they have 37 war hits left. We have 22, so they have about 15 more hits than us, but we do hold a 700-point lead. So as you get later in war, you'll kind of notice people are using their B squad or C squad. Not many people do it the other way around, but they might. And you'll start to see some smaller hits. So you can kind of see here with Steelers John, his last few hits weren't the greatest, but I'm confident we still hold kind of a 2 point per hit advantage going into this. So we're thinking that we might be able to pull off the win. So cool. So that's kind of an update here. I'll do another video maybe before the next war, just kind of walking through how we at Last Regiment prepare for war. I know some people have kind of asked for that, and we haven't really done anything like that, but I'll try to do that for the next war. It is healing aid just like this one, so you'll see kind of the preparations and how we kind of set up that way. And then you'll also see my 3 war hits coming up right after this. Again, not going to be any audio, not fancy enough to cut in audio unless I have Don Barak, my admin here, add in audio there, but bear with it there. And then you'll see my first 3 war hits against a fire tank team. So most of these guys have Gravemaker as their tank. We don't see fire tanks very often, but you'll see my first 3 war hits. I was able to do pretty well with those hits and not using a lot of my ice heroes. So look for those videos coming up shortly. Thank you guys very much for watching, and bear with us. We'll definitely have some more content, and as our family continues to grow, we'll try to post more content from the Last Regiment family. So thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you guys have a great war. Finish to your war. Most of us should have about 4 hours left like we do, and I hope you guys get those 5 points. Thanks, guys.